What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Khaos.3 podcast. This is your boy Ivan, aka Kinetic. Of course, I got my brother of destruction, Kenneth Khaos Villalobos. Take it away, bro.
Hey guys, surprise. I didn't want to wait too long before the next episode was going to come out. So we wanted to get right back into things and bring you guys episode 9. For this episode, we're going to go ahead and finish up my origin story. It's been almost a year since we picked up where we left off. So we want to get back into it. I'm going to get you guys caught up to speed from 2018 up until the present day because a lot has happened. Getting right back into where we left off, it was Evo 2018. That was the last subject that we touched on. Nothing really happened that year. We had a team tournament that we were trying to get out of the way, but we had a lot of issues, a lot of problems because people were showing up late, myself included, Friday night.
Yeah, it happens.
We weren't able to get the days off or travel issues, whatever it was. So I remember getting there Friday night. They added me with video, and I think this other player, this Puerto Rican player named Xavier. It was just like a random 3-man tournament.
Okay.
So I went in there. I think we won one match, and then that was it. It was already too late. They were already closing up shop at the Evo ballroom because they were only open until I think like maybe 11 or midnight or something.
Did they change the hours for that year?
I think they did.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we had all agreed, all right, Marvel 2, they actually gave us main stage time the next day. Yeah, the next day. So they said, you guys have, I believe it was 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
That's like our slot.
Yeah, that was our slot.
Yeah.
So next morning.
Oh, no, but people, dude, the Marvel guys aren't going to make it at that time.
If there's one thing you guys need to know about Marvel 2 players is that we stay up all fucking night. Yeah. Playing
Cracking
Marvel,
out, man.
Money matches. Yep. Casuals, drinking involved, there's everything goes on. So I was already thinking, bro, there's no way that all these guys are going to show up at 10 o'clock the next day.
And be on time.
Yeah. And sure enough, I think there was only maybe 7 or 8 of us that showed up. And the Evo production crew was telling us, hey, what are you guys going to do? Because it's almost time. I mean, you guys need to set something up. Since we couldn't finish the tournament, we took it upon ourselves to just put an exhibition on display. We did an East Coast versus West Coast because that's always a crowd pleaser, right?
Yeah.
So it was myself, it was Duck Vader, and Regency Rotron, or J-Tron.
J-Tron. Shout-outs to J-Tron.
Shout-outs to that guy, man.
It's a homie.
Versus Sanford Kelly, Desmond, a.k.a. Executioner,
and VDO
from Detroit. So somewhat balanced, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And
we ran the 3-on-3, and we ended up taking the win.
West Coast, baby.
Yeah, West Coast took the win. It was impromptu. It wasn't planned. So there were some people that enjoyed it, and then there were a few that really voiced their lack of approval because of it, because they thought that, hey, I was on the team tournament. I showed up on time.
I should be in this exhibition.
I should be, not just that, but you should continue the bracket, disqualify the teams that didn't show up, and then let those remaining duke it out. But we were thinking, if you have like me, Video, this guy Xavier versus like this random 3-man crew from fucking Arizona, that's not really going to garner us any views, right?
Right.
Or we wanted to put something on that was hype, that was going to, oh shit, East Coast versus West Coast. Yeah. I want to tune in.
Exactly.
And we did draw a crowd that came and
I remember
and watched it.
Yeah.
So that we did what we could with what we had available. And at the end of the day, that's all we can really do, right? So 2018, that's pretty much all she wrote when it came down to Marvel 2.
And the crowd did actually really enjoy it. You could see a lot of people just kind of start turning their heads, and like it's just started building up as you guys started playing your matches, and people were like just cheering on, and it was really like getting its own like traction at the time. So.
And one of the hypest moments about it was that Duck and Sanford were on the same stage together, because people have been fiending to watch Sanford versus Duck Vader. There's a lot of history there. These guys have had run high stakes, multiple sets before in the past, and people want to see it again. I think the ship might have set sail with that, but you can always say, damn, dude, I really wish these guys would just get it on.
And you can remember the iconic, was it like, what an answer. What an answer. Like when, Duck had done his thing, man.
Yeah.
That, so
it was a great time for what it was. I mean, we tried to enjoy it as best as we could. Yeah. There was more to be desired, obviously. After EVO 2018, I mean, at this point, just so you guys know, I had switched my joystick to the infamous Green Goblin, which is the classic Dreamcast stick from 1999, but it had been souped up with modern parts. So up-to-date Sanwa buttons, up-to-date wiring, up-to-date directional.
Isn't the
directional gate,
the button like layout the way it's like shaped even on your hand, like when you place your hand on it?
Yeah,
it's different.
It's not straight. It's slanted. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've grown accustomed to using it.
Okay. And
But-
what made you transition to the Green Goblin as opposed to like maybe the other sticks that you were using? Why?
Well, the other
Why
stick,
that one?
the other stick that I was using was I called it the IKEA stick. It was the all brown one.
Yeah.
And that one was clean. It was a clean custom stick that was built slim,
You got it from
sleek.
Tree, right?
I got it from Tree Fitty, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shout out
man,
to Tree.
dude, I could put that thing in my backpack, no
Yeah.
problem.
That's nice.
It was light. The only issue was that the board, the motherboard that was inside, was the PS360 Plus, which I thought was the most optimal
Right.
board at the time. What I didn't realize is that it had been shown to cause input delay. So if I'm hitting a jab or a fierce or another button, it would come out a split, not even a split second, but even shorter than that as far as the time span.
Yeah.
But you can still feel it.
You can feel it.
Yeah, at high level, guys, just so you know, those of you listening, at high level, you can feel the difference between a board that causes input delay and something that's native to the Dreamcast, like the traditional Green Goblin motherboard.
Right.
That's stock. That's what it was built for. So once I got my hands on the Green Goblin, bro, that was all she wrote.
Right.
And anytime that I'd go to a Dreamcast session or a tournament or an event,
You had a
dude,
board that's natively running on the Dreamcast and runs the best.
oh man! So for those of you that ask what I use, it's the traditional Dreamcast board. You can't beat it. Get one if you can. Get it modified to the buttons that you like, and that's what you need to use because there's nothing better than that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of things about the Brooks Universal fighting board.
Yeah.
I haven't tested it out, so I can't really speak on that because I haven't used anything else.
I kind of
But-
want to get one myself personally.
Yeah, I do want to get one too, just because
Right.
I want to use it on Fightcade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm hearing really good things about it. Once I got the Green Goblin, everything was that was a wrap, dude. I wasn't dropping anything. ROMs, reflies, everything was coming out fucking crispy, as crispy as fried chicken. All right, and I never went back, dude. That was the only stick that I had.
know,
and it's easy maintenance, right?
Yeah, you've been on that stick for a long
For
time.
years. Yeah, for years. And I'm a firm believer that no two sticks feel the same. There's just something
That is
about
true.
there's just something about the way that this stick is set up. Even the spring, even though it's the same 2-pound spring as everybody else, I have TEs that are built the same way as far as the gate, as far as the actuator, and they don't feel the same.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Green Goblin to me is just there's just something about it that it's hitting that spot, that
Yeah.
sweet spot. And I don't think I'd ever let that stick go, man. People want to buy it and stuff, and I can't, dude. I can't. That stick will.
Yeah.
will
If
be
you
buried
found
with me.
something,
Yeah.
something that's so good, then I would never part with it, man.
Fast forward to 2019, guys. This is exactly why we're doing this episode, because 2019 harbored the absolute best Marvel 2 experiences in my career.
In my opinion, a legendary performance we're about to discuss.
Yeah, this is probably my best year ever, Marvel 2. And I challenge you to find something better than what I did this year. One thing to note is that the majority of the events from 2019, they were either in the East Coast or organized by the East Coast, namely Fuji. Shout outs to Fuji for putting on these events. Combobreaker was a tournament, and it's still a tournament that's held every May or so in Illinois.
We just had it, like, was it like a week
I think
ago?
it was last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend, yeah.
I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, it's a tournament that occurred in Illinois. I was invited to go out there and compete in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, obviously.
Right.
And this event is very special because we did something that hadn't been done in a very long time, and that's run a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 gauntlet. Okay, the build-up was incredible, right? They build Chaos versus East Coast in a 1 versus 4.
I believe what they called the bots.
The bots gauntlet. Battle of the Strongest gauntlet. These are 4 pillars of the East Coast that were put up to face me in a 1st to 15 wins showdown.
Right.
And we did everything to build that thing up. We made social media posts. There was video recordings.
Yeah, there was video recording interviews where you guys would they would ask you oh, how are you feeling about the match? How you think it's gonna go for every single one of them? And it was hype, man. It was good.
It was fucking incredible, bro. So I show up, and hotel and flight was accommodated.
Yeah.
I show up to the hotel, and it's all the East Coast guys. Fuji's there, Josh360, Josh Wickfall, Sanford. I'm in there, and when I'm in an environment that's unfamiliar, I feel like I excel.
You thrive in that.
I thrive in not knowing who's watching. I'm not sure where I'm at. I need to perform.
Yeah.
And I did very well. I played very well. I won all of my sets. I think I 10-0'd Josh Wickfall in the hotel with Santhrax.
Yeah, so speak a little bit more about that, because a lot of the footage that was before the actual gauntlet, they would talk about it a little bit. They would kind of hint at it during the exhibition itself. They would say oh, Ken was playing with them last night. They might still kind of be a little shaken from what happened the night before, kind of things, and it would kind of hint at what happened.
They're always challenging to play. These guys grind consistently.
Yeah.
And I thought, damn, dude, I need to be on my A game because I cannot lose. I'm always in a I can't lose mentality. Right?
Of course.
Mental state.
Of course.
So I beat Josh Wickfall. I beat Sanford. I beat Josh360. I think those were the only guys that I played that night.
You didn't play Matrix?
I believe so. I think we ran a couple of games. I was using MSS. This was kind of like the turning point where MSS is still my ace in the hole, right?
Right.
I can play Santhrax, but not.
It's just a
like my style is not
Yes.
built. Or at the time, it was not built for playing a defensive team like Thrax.
Right. It's a more like a counter call.
Yeah.
And counter punching team like Thrax. It's kind of
Yeah, and you know what? I was really concerned because I thought that Jason G-Con was going to participate, and I thought, oh my god, and because he's an elite MSP player, and I thought, god damn, if they throw this guy in there, I can't pick MSS against him because of the counter pick.
Right.
I was really taking all things into consideration. He didn't enter, but Josh Wickfall entered, and of course another MSP player.
Right.
So I thought, man, the rules ended up being in my favor because it was. Well, let's talk about the rules.
Yeah.
So the rules for this 1st to 15 wins is I stay on no matter what, win or lose, and I'm allowed to switch teams, win or lose. Meaning that if Desmond jumps on and he picks Santhrax, Storm Sentinel Commando, I pick MSS, right? Naturally.
Right.
Josh Wickfall jumps on next.
He plays MSP.
He plays MSP.
You would play Thrax.
And I picked Santhrax, and that's exactly what I did. But before we get into that, there was a tournament that was also held. There were actually 2 tournaments. One that was the official one, which was won by Justin Wong.
Mm-hmm.
I think he beat Josh Wickfall in the finals.
Yeah.
And then there was a second one, like a BYOC tournament.
Yeah.
And I won that one, and I beat Daryl, World Matcher, in the finals. I think Sanford got 3rd.
Shout out to Daryl.
So we were already off to a good start. I won the tournament, right? And then it was time to do the gauntlet.
Yeah.
They played the hype video on the big monitor for everyone to see. They recorded my responses.
Yeah.
And my responses were just I tried to stay humble, but I needed to insert a little bit of fucking
just a little bit of
swag,
a little bit extra there.
Because they were talking about a bounty. There was a bounty on my head that was put up saying that the first member of the East Coast to get at least 3 wins on me would get $500.
Yeah. So that incentivized them even more.
More incentive, yeah. Even more incentive for these guys to take me out.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to be on my A game.
Of course.
Yeah. So the pre-fight interviews aired, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching. Everybody's watching, and I'm thinking, damn, dude. A guy that used to spend all his time at the Montebello Mall, putting in tokens and shit like that, and just kind of learning about the game and meeting new people. And here we are. I'm thousands of miles away, and I'm watching a hype video, like a promo, almost like wrestling.
Yeah.
Like a wrestling promo video on the screen,
With
and
you up
everybody's
there.
watching, and everybody's cheering and clapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you clap or you boo, I'm still getting a reaction out of you, right? And
Yeah,
that's kind of what I look at it. I look at it through the lens of a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Right. If you like somebody, you're going to express it. If you hate somebody, you're going to say, "God, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Screw this guy." Boo. But that just means that the wrestler is doing his job,
And then you're invested.
yeah, you're invested in the character, you're invested in the storyline, and that was what we were trying to build here with Combobreaker was Chaos. This they call me the bulldozer, right? The chainsaw. Josh Wigfall. Shout out to Josh Wigfall for the nickname. Versus 4 of the elite from the East Coast, and I mean, you can't really paint a better picture than that, right?
Right.
It kind of gave me this ominous, damn, this guy, is he really that good that you need to put him against 4 other guys? But that's what went down. So
Yeah, people are naturally interested because they see like, wait a minute, why are they pinning 4 people against just one guy? How is this guy even gonna get through that? And so it kind of gives intrigue to how is this guy gonna pull it off? And that whole anticipation of that like really just got the crowd invested. And man, like
the crowd was wild.
yeah, dude,
They were wild.
it was good.
And a lot of people were thinking about what's next after this. You're always thinking what's next. Okay, so if Chaos wins, what's next for him?
Yeah.
And everyone's always thinking, yipes. I mean, at the time, it was still kind of plausible.
Right.
So we were thinking about yipes and Chaos somewhere down the line after this.
Right.
And the storyline would have been fantastic. You took out my brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, man, those are my brothers in arms. I'm coming for you.
Time for redemption.
Yeah, the story could have
Yeah.
written itself.
Yeah.
But, it didn't go down or whatever. So the gauntlet starts, right?
Right.
Bro,
What are you feeling? at
I
this
am
time?
playing. Here's the thing, okay? And this is going to change the way you guys look at me whenever there's a tournament. I'm a firm believer in good sportsmanship before the match and after the match. I'll always extend my good luck. Hey, good luck, brother. You can see it at Fight Kingdom. Every single person I play, hey, good luck. After the match is over, fist bump,
Yeah.
shake hands,
Yeah.
hey, good games.
Yep.
What I'm thinking is the complete opposite at the beginning. I'll tell you good luck, but in my head, I'm thinking I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like I'm
coming for your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your ass out.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm thinking, and that's what
I
you
love-
have to do. It's
I
a
love
fighting
it.
game.
Yeah.
It's a fighting game.
At the end of the day, it is a fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fighting game. And after it's all said and done, it's, hey, good games. And the other side of me is, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That's just my competitive nature.
And you have to have that, man.
Yeah, it's still good sportsmanship, but for us to say that we don't care about rankings is silly.
Right.
Because I still care about whether or not I'm first place or second place. Okay?
If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah. Ricky Bobby. That being said, my first match was against Chris Matrix.
Yeah.
For that gauntlet. So we start off, Chris kills my Magneto, and he
goes for a low with Sentinel, and after a hard knockdown, he goes for a low, and he calls Cyclops, and he takes out.
It was actually Typhoon assist.
Yes, I'm sorry, with Typhoon assist, and then goes into.
And then he just kills my Magneto, and everybody goes, "Yeah!"
You can hear the.
They cut off the Hydra head.
Get him out of here!
Get him out of here! And if you would go back and watch those matches, video cracks me up.
He does, man.
He's like, "Cyclops is almost dead, sir. Your assist is going to die."
The way he says it.
Shout outs to video, man. I love that guy. Yeah. But I regained my composure. I beat Chris. Josh 360 was next. I beat him. Josh Wigfall jumps on, and that's when I think, fuck, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
I picked Santhrax. Every single match that I had with Josh Wigfall, I picked Thrax, and I won narrowly. Like,
Yeah.
I narrowly won my matches against Josh because he either made a mistake or he dropped it.
Right.
And I was fortunate enough to
capitalize on that.
to capitalize and get the W. He was the one that was really putting the pressure on me in terms of getting wins on the board. But I ended up getting the wins. Chris Matrix was the only one to take a match off of me. And as we got halfway through the set, you can already tell I'm head and shoulders above everybody else.
And get a load of this because, I mean, when you guys are watching this, Ken ends up taking like a substantial lead. Like, he's coming out guns blazing. Like, he is not missing things. His approach to how he's fighting, like the scent matchup, how he's getting them to sort of up back and like either break their guard or just pressure strings that he's doing. Like, he is not missing a beat. And it was incredible to watch because you can see as the East Coast guys, like as the gauntlets kind of continuing, I felt personally that they were kind of breaking. Like, they were maybe getting flashbacks of maybe the night before, maybe the stuff that you had done. But the adjustment to them, they were like, this is bad. Like, it's starting to kind of like snowball into like this avalanche, and it's getting worse. So,
well, the pre-fight interview, Josh 360 had said that it was going to be a very difficult situation for me because I'm starting every match fresh.
Correct.
Different player, different play style.
Having to adjust to a different play style, yes.
Yeah, and that's why MSS for me worked so well because it's like ketchup. It just goes on everything, right? None sets off the flavor of a steak like some ketchup. And I was doing so well, and I was confident. Like, all I have to do is land my hit confirms, confirm the hit, convert, and we're good to go. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
And the momentum just kept going, and I could tell these guys are like, fuck, man.
This might not go like we thought.
Maybe they didn't prepare for it. They thought that they had played just enough to kind of... They thought, well, it's four of us. Like, we're going to overwhelm him with our different styles and gameplay and all that.
I thought Josh 360 in particular, but I'm biased. Like, because I thought he was going to do a little bit better than he did.
Oh, no, this is the worst. This is the worst Josh ever that I've ever seen. He didn't land anything.
He didn't, yeah, and it was heartbreaking to watch that too.
So at the end of the day, guys, it was 15-1. And you know how it is, man. Movies, wrestling, whatever it is, when it's a one-sided landslide victory like that, you start to lose interest because you already think, oh, okay, this is over. All right, next.
Right.
So the gauntlet...
And I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Take us back because, like, I'm sure of it that you were going for the 15-0. You were going for the 15-0.
Yes.
You didn't want to actually drop a single game.
I didn't want to. And the match that I lost against Matrix, I actually could have won that match.
Yeah.
And he hit me with a random tag, I think.
Yeah.
And it just fucked me up. But whatever. I'm a guy that feels that if we're doing a first 10 and you get one win, I feel like I lost.
Yes. Like, I want to make it, like, definitive.
Yeah.
I want to make it, like, make sure that there is a huge gap between us, So I want to make that very clear, So I get what you mean.
I'm always aiming for perfection.
Yeah.
And if I get one loss or two losses or whatever, you can see the difference in my gameplay. Like, I'm already like, all right, dude, whatever. This is... I don't care about the set anymore. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
But that's just how I am, dude. I really want to make a statement when it comes to, like you said, head and shoulders above you and everybody else, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we finished the gauntlet. It's 15-1. Good games. After that, I ended up running sets with Josh Wigfall on stream. I did MSS Drones against his MSP. I beat him 10-2, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I faced Sanford 10-0.
How are you feeling towards these first attempts now?
I feel
what is
I feel unstoppable, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I tapped into a different dimension, a different level of power, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
A different level of awareness. I'm seeing the game almost like the Matrix code.
You almost went fucking Ultra Instinct.
Yeah. And I beat Josh Wigfall. I beat Sanford. I beat Desmond. Dave Thacker wanted a set. I beat him. While all of this is going on, they had told me we're going to get Justin Wong.
Oh.
We're going to get Justin Wong here. would you play him? And I
Oh,
said, fuck yeah, of course.
especially with how you're playing right
Oh,
now.
yeah, of course.
Like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
let's do this thing.
Yeah.
But there were things going on. Like, he wasn't aware that they had talked about him playing me. There were issues with scheduling. I think he was playing a different game, like CVS2 or Third Strike or something.
Yes, he was definitely playing in another tourney, so
And
they had to kind of go get him. And
yeah, so I was running all of these sets to kind of kill the time and all that. I 10-0'd Sanford, and that was a very interesting set because one of the matches he rage quit, like after I got a snapback.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just kind of gave up the game.
He's just like, all right, whatever, dude.
On to the next one.
And then once I beat him 10-0, that's another thing is any match that happens after that, I really don't care about. So he picked MSP, and then I was like, oh, you still want to play? And he won 2 matches in a row with MSP.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was like, all right, man, I'm done here. And I heard him say, oh, now you don't want to play, huh? Now that I'm picking MSP? Like, I'm thinking to myself, bro, you just got 10-0, dude. Like, come on. Come on.
That is the truth, man.
So we're waiting, right? We're waiting. And now I can't stop thinking about anything else but this set with Justin Wong. I take a break. I go outside. I grab something to drink. J-Tron follows. He had gone over there to Illinois.
Yeah.
He comes outside. He's like, what's up, man? And I could feel myself like I'm in deep thought. And I look at J-Tron and I said, hey, man, I need to fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I need to take this guy out. Like, this is it's way overdue.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have taken nothing but L's against Justin Wong.
Yeah.
When there's a guy out there that you feel has your number, I don't know about you, but I would stop at nothing.
It motivates me even more until I get it, man.
I'm not going to stop at nothing until I even the playing field or I prove that I'm better.
Exactly.
So Justin Wong had given me nothing but L's ever since 2014 at SoCal Regionals when he beat me 10-4. He beat me at a UGC tournament in grand finals convincingly. We did a 1st to 10 at NorCal Regionals 2016, I believe. He beats me 10-5. And he beats me 10-5 and he leaves.
Right.
And then one of the guys went out there like, hey, run another set. Like play him again. And he said, I wasn't there, allegedly. He said, why? I already beat him. And that's one of those things where, like, fuck, dude. I mean, I have to hold the L, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But it still kind of lays within my thought, like, oh man, I need to.
Like, if I get another chance at, like,
if I get another chance,
I'm gonna take it.
I'm
gonna run with this. Like,
So he agrees. He agrees to play. They give me the word. Hey, we're ready for you. We go back. Everybody's crowded around. Everybody wants to see it. I tell him, hey, good luck, man. Good luck. I get the first win.
Yeah.
And I'm picking MSS Rocket Punch. I wasn't messing around with drones at the time.
Why Rocket Punch?
I don't know. I felt like I was sniping people. Like, I was more accurate. I wasn't as bulldozer-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Where I relied on the scramble. I was landing clean hits, clean guard breaks. Like, it was just more precise.
Yeah.
Than anything, which is not my style at all, right?
Right.
I'm overwhelming. I'm overwhelming offense.
Yeah.
He gets a win, and it's like an OCV, a one-character victory. He beats my entire team with one character, and everybody's going nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy. Justin Wong, let's go.
Yeah.
Chris Matrix is over here freaking, jizzing his pants over this. And you know what I thought? I thought, oh my God, not again.
These are the demons that you have to face.
Yeah.
Like, when you go into high level play and these kind of things have happened, you have to really gather yourself mentally, because they're inevitably going to come back and haunt you. You're going to start getting flashbacks of, like, is this going to happen again to me? How am I going to deal with this?
Oh man, but the flashback is spot on accurate, because at SoCal Regionals, I mean, I had family there. Family that had shown up to watch me get my ass whooped, people that put thousands of dollars in side bets on me,
right,
that I let down. You know what I mean? A
right.
whole a whole generation of new Marvel players that I let down because I lost to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I don't mean that to be derogatory when I say this guy. It's fucking Justin Wong. You know, the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah.
Arguably from Marvel 2.
Yeah, in terms of accolades and everything.
And I mean, this guy placed.
Yeah.
His resume speaks for itself, right? I don't even have to go into that.
Absolutely.
But it's still an itch to scratch.
Yeah.
In my Marvel 2 soul.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about all of that is happening within seconds after this loss. And if you guys are playing this game and you're in a set, when you lose a match and you have to hear all the noise while you're picking your next, you know, the character, you're at the character select screen and you're picking your characters, that's almost an eternity.
Yeah.
Of thought that you have to, you're in your own thoughts.
You have to digest with. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. The Justin is still as formidable as ever. I can tell that he's a little rusty. Like his movement isn't as crisp. I was landing a lot. It was either I was on my game or above my game, or he was off, or both.
Yeah.
Whatever. I ended up getting a perfect on him. The score ended up being 10-4, which ironically was the score that he gave me the first time that we faced each other at SoCal Regionals. And once that set was over, even before that, during the final moments of that set, I thought, deep breath. This is it.
Yeah.
This is.
You could finally let this one go. Like
this is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like everything that I did, winning Evo side tournaments, winning individual sets, money matches, team money matches, everything that I had done had led up to this moment of redemption against Justin Wong. Ended up getting the win, shook his hand, thanks man, patted him on the back, good games, brother.
Yep.
And then he left to do his thing. Immediately, everyone was stating you got to state the obvious, right? This is your boy. Oh, he was rusty. He wasn't ready. He plays different games. This is the only game that Khaos plays.
He doesn't play this as seriously anymore.
Yeah. This is a dead horse, bro. We've talked about this on the podcast multiple times. I'm a firm believer, if you want to take the set, take the set. And everything that comes with it, including the loss. Because if you take the loss, that's it. I mean, you can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
But the internet's going to internet, and you're going to have your people that stick by you no matter what, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
Of course.
What doesn't change is what the score says.
Yeah.
And what the results were.
Yeah.
And
that lives on.
I'm grateful that Justin chose to play, because that guy is a fucking class act when it comes to the scene and what he's done. He's a content creator.
Make sure you guys follow him on YouTube. He posts like great content almost on a weekly basis. And
not only that, but he's plugged my channel. He's plugged my content without me suggesting it or anything, and he gets a lot of eyes on his product.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that he's done that. Great player, even greater person.
Yep.
Shout outs to that guy.
I agree. Shout out to Justin, man.
For myself, at the end of Combobreaker, bro, I was feeling like I posted a meme on the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 group of Thanos at the end of Infinity War when he's in his home, and then he just sits down,
the sigh of relief of like,
takes a deep breath. If you guys watch Infinity War, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thanos did the universal snap.
Yeah.
Half of the population disappears, and the movie ends, spoiler alert, with him sitting down, overseeing his whole property, his landscape,
his farm,
yeah, and he breathes a sigh of relief because he feels that his work is now done.
Yeah, he's accomplished his mission.
Destiny has arrived.
Yeah,
and that's what I felt. I felt, fuck, dude.
As all things should.
I used to dream about this when I was a little boy. Drums. No, but we used to talk about it. Me, Carlos, Jaime, the original guys I used to hang out with. We used to talk about this shit. Hey man, one day I'm gonna be up there with the elite. And to look back at it now, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
4 years ago, as of May of this year. That's when it happened. It feels like it just happened yesterday, pretty much. So Combobreaker ends. This is in May. We felt like this event had created somewhat of a resurgence for Marvel 2. We always think, man, it's not going to get any better than this. And 2019 was a resurgence of Marvel 2. We're getting into this is the pre-streaming era. So everybody is still using composite cables and shit like that. You know, VGA, HDMI is starting to rise up on the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I've never been technical when it comes to that stuff or whatever. But I appreciate the HD content that was being put out, right?
Yeah. It looked really crisp.
So what comes next? Combobreaker's over. It's time for EVO 2019. Fuji sets it up to where it's a high rollers tournament. So $100 to enter. Payouts were for top 8. So first place would have gotten 50% of the pot. Second place would get 15%, followed by 10%, followed by 7, 5, 5, 4, and 4. So 50% is still a big chunk.
It's a sizable chunk. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, we had 32 entrants, and the pressure's on, dude. How do you top Combobreaker, right?
Yeah.
Arguably the greatest performance of my career, and now we have EVO. Of course, I have to win this tournament.
Yeah, you have to sort of follow it up with what you did in Combobreaker, because in my opinion, like I can already hear like the naysayers saying like, oh, he won Combobreaker, but then he lost EVO. So then, you know, like it almost like they're gonna try to discredit that and like, well, maybe you just got lucky on, you know, Combobreaker.
I think the community focuses a lot on consistent results.
Yeah.
If you're consistent, it means something.
Yeah.
You can win a tournament and then lose the next 5, or not win or place lower than you did the previous time.
Right.
And the community is harsh when it comes to that shit. Oh, he's not that good. Oh, he fell off.
Yeah.
You know, and the same applies to any other community. Like when Daigo started losing in Street Fighter 4,
yeah,
people were saying, "Oh, he's washed up. He's done."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
the same thing applies here. Thrilla, shout out to Thrilla, went to the East Coast and he had the performance of his life, almost like a Combobreaker like performance where he beat everybody, including Yipes. You know,
right.
He beat Yipes 5-1.
Yep. Shout out to Thriller, man.
Yeah,
he did his thing in New York.
He did his thing. So everyone was thinking, oh man, this is the next Titan. This is the next,
right?
You know, the next killer. And granted, Thriller is super good. He's really elevated his game the past couple of years.
I think so too, yeah.
But then, you know, we have these online tournaments. He doesn't really place as high. So people try to discredit him for that, saying, oh, this team is just gimmicks, you know, talking shit or whatever. And you can't, regardless of what you say, you can't take away what he did in New York. Like, that's set in stone.
Yeah.
If I was those guys, I'd be like, fuck, man, we need to bring this guy back and we need to run that shit.
Absolutely.
Again, right?
Yeah. That's exactly the mentality I would have. Because it's like, you can't have a guy that just shows up and then just starts going through everybody and then, okay, we just...
And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that the East Coast was going to set something else up. Like another gauntlet. And this time with Sanford, Jason... other players, I don't know, Infinite, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were going to set up another gauntlet for me to go through. But nothing ever happened. EVO came around, we did the High Rollers tournament, and it was the same thing, dude. I killed myself with training prior to that.
Yeah.
I was practicing nonstop. And it was just execution. The ROM, Sentinel shit. Just making sure that all my ducks were aligned in a row.
Yeah.
There were a couple players that I was concerned with that tournament. I'm always concerned with Pasadena because that guy is like my Achilles heel.
Daryl's a fucking monster.
He's a fucking beast, bro.
Yeah.
And he's taken me out of tournament more than anybody.
Yep.
I was also concerned with Tone. Tone, he's a player from Texas.
Yeah.
And
very
similar play style.
Yeah, I think his Thrax is amazing to watch. He's very very fluid with Sentinel. I think he knows how to just move in and out. His confirms are great, and then he has a great MSP as well. So
yeah,
shout out to Tone, man.
He's well rounded with a bunch of different teams. So I knew that he was going to be a problem. Everybody else.
I'm being biased. It's like Viet boys. So it's like Tone Nguyen, you know what I'm saying? So shout outs to them.
So I was concerned with them. Duck was also part of this tournament, but like Duck and I have the best matches, I think. Not the most exciting.
I think they're really exciting, man.
But I feel like I learn a lot. I've always learned a lot by playing against Duck. Always. I've said this before. He's a very technical player, and he really puts you in uncomfortable situations that you're either going to die or you figure out how to get out of it.
To get out of this, yeah. And in my opinion, it's like you really learn how to thread the needle. Because he does not give openings. See, this is the thing, is like when you get to like really high level play, these players that are up here, they don't let you play. They will not give you an opportunity. You think like, oh yeah, maybe I'll like catch them. No, because there is no opportunity. You have to create opportunity.
That's kind of the $1 million question, isn't it? For players that are learning the game, is how do you learn? I think we talked about this in
a previous
the last
podcast.
episode. How do you learn when the other person is just fucking you up?
Yeah.
If you're picking Combo Fiend and I'm barely learning how to play, I don't know, Team Scrub or something, and you 300% me every single game because I don't know how to block yet.
Yeah.
How do I learn?
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to be the one to ask you, hey man, like what am I doing wrong? Or what do you say? Fuck, I don't know. Don't get hit.
I mean, that's what a lot of these guys would tell you. It's like, learn how to block better. Or just some like...
Like how?
Yeah.
All of this comes down to muscle memory and twitch reflexes.
Right.
How do you teach that?
Right.
Joey Ball was the one who told me that. He said, there's no way that I can adjust if you don't give me the opportunity to fight back.
Yeah.
And
it's just like literally pouring a bucket of water over your head the whole time. It's just...
And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to take it easy on you or, sandbag? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to sandbag. A lot of people have said that that's one of the reasons why no one will money match me is because I give you 100% every single game.
But how's that your fault though?
I don't know.
You either adapt and get better or...
I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody knows that my Achilles heel is MSP, right? Mm-hmm. But I have a Team Matrix and now I have Web Thrax. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
We'll get there, guys.
But going back to the EVO 2019 tournament, I'm steamrolling through everybody. There was a hype moment. This is where I was really concerned, was when Tone sent Duck to losers. And we were all like, oh my God. Duck has never seen losers bracket in I don't know how long. Because there's only a handful of people that can actually beat Duck Vader.
Yeah. Yes.
And for Tone to do that, everybody was losing their fucking mind. And I thought, oh my God. So anyway, I played against Tone. And I picked Santhrax. And he did Santhrax. And we did like a Santhrax mirrors to start.
Why did you pick Thrax against him? Just out of
I thought he was going to pick MSP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
so naturally, I took the cowardly way out and picked Santhrax. And I could tell something was off. He wasn't playing... See, Tone has always... I feel like he's always crippled under pressure. Mm-hmm. Under high-pressure situations. And I felt like he was just off. Like he was making mistakes. I even asked him mid-match. Like he messed up. He threw a rocket punch out randomly or something like that. And I did a heavy punish. And I asked him, like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing, dude? I mean, thank you. Thank you for fucking up.
Right.
This isn't you.
Right. It's not something like for him to do something like that. It's very,
So I take his ass out. Get out of here. Go back to Texas. And once again, it's Duck and I in the grand finals. This is a repeat of 2015.
Yeah.
And I beat Duck. And he gave me the fight of his life. Like, of course, every single time, right?
And that's the thing with... Okay, so going back, how you give 100% to people you play, Duck is exactly the same way. He has absolutely no remorse in completely destroying you every single game if he has to. He's like, okay, just... get better. He will. He has no sympathy for you. Really, he really doesn't. And shout outs to him because like I said, if you don't have that mentality of like you're there to like kill your opponent every single time, then maybe you shouldn't be playing this game because that's really what you're gonna run into as you get higher and higher up the echelon.
And Duck is fucking merciless.
He's absolutely merciless. That's a great way to put it.
If you're looking for a sense of community, a sense of camaraderie, you're not going to find it when you're playing against Duck, right? Because he will not take it easy on you. Yeah. If it's 3 characters to 1 and he has 5 meters, he's going to burn all 5 meters just to kill your last character.
Right.
Like that's just how he operates.
Yeah.
And for me, I see it as an opportunity to grow. A lot of people would see it as degrading or discouraging, and that's not the point. The point is, don't fuck up if you find an opportunity to land a hit. Convert that hit into something that's going to kill the character and lead you to finishing off the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And playing against Duck really helped me refine that skill and refine that mentality.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful every time that he and I get to play.
Yep.
So I beat Duck, Grand Finals. The High Roller Tournament belongs to me. I won first place. Once again, sigh of relief. I'm thinking, literally, that's all I did. Yep. Just taking it all in. Everyone saying, "Hey, good shit. Congratulations." Yeah. Cool. I'm already thinking what's next.
Yeah.
What's next after this?
Yeah.
It doesn't get much higher. I get the word. Bar fights is happening at the esports arena next to the Luxor.
Was this
It's like a barcade.
Was it still in Mandalay Bay or no?
Fuck, I'm not sure where. I think so, between Mandalay and the Luxor.
Yeah.
And they said, hey,
bar fights. I believe
there's going to be a bunch of exhibitions.
Hosted by Gutex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gutex, yeah.
Ryan Gutierrez?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
They said, hey, the main event is supposed to be, well, not the main event, but one of the exhibitions was supposed to be SmoothViper, East Coast player.
Yeah. Versus
Pasadena. They were going to do an exhibition. And they said that Pasadena turned it down. They said, do you want to play? I said, fuck yeah. Of course.
And it's on a stage.
Yeah. And it was on the main stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Concert setting almost.
Yeah.
And this, and I have to do a quick flashback, okay? Because the year prior at EVO 2018, they did the East Coast round robin at this place. The run back, Sanford versus Justin Wong versus Yipes.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
At this place, and I was sitting front row. Me, Blue Jay, Crizzle, and we were watching this thing. And dude, this place is amazing. And it was very pro wrestling feel.
Yeah.
Staircase opens up. You walk down.
That's right.
The music's playing. The MC's announcing your name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember Neo and Matrix were on.
Neo and Matrix were on commentary. Yeah. And it's one of those moments where I felt, fuck, dude, this should be me. Like I should be.
You should be up there.
I should be up there putting on a show. Yipes wins narrowly, right? Yeah.
15-14? I wasn't sure.
No. It was first to 7. And
that's right.
It ended up being 7-6-6.
Yes.
Sanford should have won that set.
It came down like. Yeah.
There was a set where he should have had it, and he fucked up for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yipes wins. Persia interviews him. Very awkward moment. And she asks him, what do you have to say to anybody that wants to come after your title, more or less? And he said, if you're not the top 3, that's not it. You're not messing with me. Bro, I almost stood up. I wanted to stand up and call him out on the spot. And Blue Jay stopped me. Blue Jay was like, no, don't. It's not worth it.
What were you what are you feeling at this time? Because it's like I would have stood up for sure. I would have said something. It's like I'm right here.
I mean, I'm not at my peak though. I'm still playing great.
Yeah.
I felt like if he had tried to play me around that time, 2019, it would have been a landslide victory for me. Now it's like my head's in a different place.
Yeah.
Focus more on content creating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I've never been easier to beat than right now.
Yeah.
But when I went back to the arena in 2019, it just brought everything back. Like, okay, now it's my time. And the place is great. They accommodated us. I took some friends. They put us up in a suite. Wow. You know, we had bartenders coming in, shots of Fireball and stuff like that. The works, yeah. But Bill Wellman was there. We were just chopping it up and talking with everybody. So the time comes. I hear them calling my name.
Yeah.
Like, Khaos, they need you downstairs. I go downstairs and it's fucking Xavier Woods from WWE, because he's a gamer, right?
He is.
So he's down there.
That, yeah.
Chris Matrix is on the mic, and he's talking about like it's time for us to promote it, right? Promote the exhibition. So Chris is like, "Yeah, SmoothViper, he's gonna cook you. He's gonna." I don't know why these guys love that word "cook." Like everything is cooked. You got cooked. So he's like, SmoothViper's gonna cook you, huh? You remember who gave you that one loss at Combobreaker? No. Huh? That was me. And I'm over here. Oh my god, dude.
I mean, you know, rightfully so. Of course,
give me the microphone.
Yeah, of course he's gonna root for his boy. And
cut the music. Cut the music. And I remember telling him that I was gonna beat SmoothViper, and then I said, "You guys are gonna realize that after all the smoke is settled and everything's clear, that I'm the one that's in control."
Ooh.
And that was meant to be a jab, towards Yipes.
Right.
And I was trying to do everything. Like, let me see if I can get just to build intrigue for a match.
Yeah.
Because I'm not stupid. I know that there's a lot of money that can be made off of this set, right?
Right.
So we do the entrances. I have my championship belt, right?
Yeah.
They introduce me. This is Ken Matrix always calls me Villalobos. Ken Villalobos, a.k.a. Khaos, make some noise. And I'm walking down those stairs, dude, and it's just, dude, again, it felt surreal.
Yeah.
Like, I've never experienced anything like this. To be able to walk onto that stage, holding the title belt, looking out at the crowd.
You see the crowd just going crazy, man.
Crowd's going crazy, and I said, "This is my game. This is my game," to everybody. "This is my game." Holding, you see this? Oh, you want this? What do I want to say something? And I thought it was going to be a first to 10, and then Chris corrected me. He said it's a first to 5.
I thought it was rather short, man.
I thought, oh, well, I mean, there was a lot of people that were waiting to play for Super Turbo, for Street Fighter 4, and all that. So SmoothViper comes out. He's in no shape to play, dude. Like,
yeah.
The score ended up being 5-1, so I won decisively.
Yeah.
They gave me the microphone. I gave proper credit to the game. Thank you for everybody for coming out. Called out Yipes.
Yep.
I said, it's time. We need to do this thing. And then it was just fucking crickets after. Like, there was no response.
Yeah.
Had a great time, bro. Once again, Evo, success. We took the W in multiple forms. The community took a W in multiple forms.
Yeah.
We were all brought closer together. Like, it was
a great time.
It was a great time, dude.
Yeah.
And then everything changed after that. Everything changed. After Evo, I was on this momentum because I had beaten the East Coast. I had won Evolution, High Roller Tournament, and all that. So now people were hitting me up saying, hey, we want to do the same thing. The Gauntlet.
Yeah.
We want to do it in Japan. We want to get you out there.
In Japan?
Yeah. We'll get your flight booked. We'll get your accommodations for where you're going to stay at. And we want you to play against Japan's best. And I thought, oh my God. Like, is this happening? Is this really happening? The Mexico crew hits me up. Hey, there's a tournament in Acapulco or Guerrilla or wherever it was. Mm-hmm. And we want you to come down. We'll take care of you. So everything is kind of like lining up for me. Okay, we're going to do this trip. We're going to do this trip. I'm going to play these guys. Like, I'm already thinking, fuck, dude. The Khaos name is now it's elevated. Like people knew that I was good. Now they're acknowledging me as being the best.
Yeah.
Right. I never said that. Right. I never said. I mean, I'm sure I said it that I was the best, but I wasn't like I was putting it in your face like I'm the best in this game right now.
Yeah.
People were now starting to say it for me.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, holy shit, dude! Like the fan base is real.
Yeah.
Like there's people out there that see my name just as they see Sanford Kelly, just as they see Justin Wong.
Yeah.
And now I have guys that have my back and say, hey, I think Khaos would beat this guy or whatever. Or he's the best or the greatest or whatever.
Right.
It all comes to a screeching halt because of COVID-19.
Yeah, that pandemic changed so much, man.
The pandemic kicked off in February of 2020, I believe, or March. We lose Blue Jay in April.
Yeah.
And
rest in peace to
that
Blue Jay,
hit me, bro, that hit me like a ton of bricks, man.
Yeah.
Blue Jay had always opened his doors to the community. He was an advocate for the next age of technology for Marvel 2, using the VGA setups, using getting away from composite cables.
Right.
And he opened his doors to let people that, you know, he had never met personally come stay with him, and he did a lot, more than anybody could ever know for this community.
Yeah.
And when we lost him, man, I felt like I lost a brother.
Yeah.
Because this guy, he had my back. He's one of the few guys that was very vocal about sharing Marvel 2 information with me, theories, upcoming events. He always proposed plans. You know, maybe you could play this guy. Maybe you could practice this team. You know, and
right.
That's very hard to come by nowadays. You know,
absolutely.
We're living in a world of acquaintances for the most part.
Yeah.
And losing that was like losing a part of my soul. And I'll always love this guy, and I'll always have nothing but respect for him, nothing but love for him because of what he did for the community.
Yes, absolutely. Blue Jay had always, like Ken says, he was just so open to like just helping other players, and like his setups and honestly his streams were always really top notch. His content was always great. He had a lot of great sessions with obviously a lot of the East Coast players because they're very close to him. So, you know, we lost a great human being. Yeah. You know, so
we had to figure out a way to pick ourselves up after that.
Yeah.
Around this time, it wasn't just myself going up against the East Coast. It was also Roundhouse. Roundhouse was cementing his rivalry with Josh Wigfall around this time.
Yes.
Which was very entertaining, actually. There was a lot of trash talk exchange and whatnot, and it was a conflict of play styles, right? Josh he's not the cleanest, but if you compare any play style to Roundhouse, who's kind of all over the place and very unorthodox,
right? It
was a clash of styles.
Yeah.
And their rivalry was very entertaining, to say the least. Roundhouse kicks off the stream era of Marvel 2. He was the first one to kind of put the streaming on the map and gaining a large following for Marvel 2, I think.
Yeah.
Post Blue Jay. And we all know how that went, right? Everybody's side betting, everybody's tuning in to shit talking, all that.
Yep.
For
either
me,
to see him lose or to bet,
or
bet on the house.
Or both.
You know.
For myself, dude, I'm in limbo. Because Evo's canceled.
Yeah.
All the tournaments are canceled. What the hell do I do?
Now, was this the one? This was the Evo in which I believe we had the.
I was online.
Was it on
Evo?
Oh, that's right. That's right. This one is online. Yeah.
It's online. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant the one that was going to be, you know, the Titans all playing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That whole tournament of like you having to qualify because for whatever reason they did not want to give you the slot.
I totally forgot about that. They set up what was called the Tournament of Champions.
This was a very special.
I forgot about that. So
yeah, let's get into that.
So the plan was to have a top 8-man tournament, and 4 of those slots were already reserved for past Evo champions.
Correct.
And when I say Evo champions, I mean back when Evo officially recognized Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as part of their tournament lineup. Official tournament lineup.
Right.
Every tournament that I won was post Evo era, where they still provided space for people to bring their own consoles, and then you can do whatever side tournaments you want.
Yeah,
and that's what we did.
Just a BYOC.
Yeah.
Nothing on the main stage.
That's what we did. So every tournament that I won was just a side tournament at Evolution anyway. So 4 slots were reserved for Duck Vader, Justin Wong, Sanford, and Yipes.
Right.
The other 4 slots, you'd have to travel to the tournaments that were going to be held for that spot. If you won that tournament, you won that spot in
You
the
get
Tournament
the
of
slot.
Champions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there was a tournament in NorCal, right?
Right.
NorCal Regionals. There was one in Texas.
This is almost like fucking Pokemon and going to these fucking gyms and collecting your badge.
One in Texas. There was one in Philly.
Yeah.
And then one somewhere else.
Texas,
I don't know.
Philly. Yeah.
There were 4 tournaments, and what we were starting to talk about was figuring out how we were gonna fix this shit. Like, one of us was going to go to NorCal and win that tournament. They were going to fly me out to Philadelphia for that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, at least we could secure, like, make it all West Coast, right?
Right. For West Coast.
For West Coast players to take the other 4
The all
spots.
slots, yeah.
So we were planning this shit. Okay, airfare is going to cost this much. We're going to get there on this day. Like, we were planning everything out.
Fucking dope.
And then COVID hits and everything gets canceled. Tournament of Champions, done. And everybody was already talking about how, like, Yipes and I were going to meet in the bracket. We'd have to meet in the bracket.
You would have to meet in the bracket, and you would have to play each other. And finally, we get what we wanted.
And, of course, it didn't go down. COVID hit. Everything's canceled. Fuck, dude, what a blow. What a blow to the community when it came to that.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do except play online. Everybody's terrified of COVID. There are no sessions. Like, nobody's running games at their house.
Nobody's going out, man.
So I'm just playing online, bro. Playing online. And then I realized, you know what? If I'm not going to be able to play in person or compete, I need to start working on other things. And that's when I picked up Team Matrix. Sentinel, Storm, and Cyclops. Before that, I played Santhrax. Because, Santhrax is a powerhouse team. Quick damage with commando, anti-air assist.
Yeah.
But with Matrix, I felt like there was an opportunity there to do what I do best, which is combos and resets.
Yeah.
And the more I was playing with this team, the more I felt like, oh my God.
Where has this been all my life?
Where has this team been all my life? And I played it in the same order and with the same assists as Justin Wong. Thinking, oh man, this team is fucking amazing. And I started wrecking shop with it, beating everybody in first 10s and casuals and whatnot, which it don't mean anything, right? I guess it depends on who you ask. But I was doing very well. I was beating Roundhouse with it. I beat Pasadena in an online tournament with it. So it was proving to be a solid plan B for me. MSS is great. It's good against every other team except for MSP. But this is the team that I want to rock against those pesky MSP players or just Magneto in general.
Yeah, some of the confirms that you were doing, man, I mean, it was really cool to see you like kind of optimize the team a lot. You had a lot of those fucking Sentinel resets at the top of the screen, and it became a 50-50 of whether or not you're either going to take the hit, you're not going to take the hit, you're going to preemptively try to whiff a button because you think you're going to tech a throw, but you end up throwing a short and confirming it into more shit. So
yeah, I turned the game into a 50-50 situation every time.
You're just flipping a coin up there the whole time.
Yeah. And that for me was fucking great because it meant that if I did guess correctly, the match would be over.
Yep.
Quick.
Yeah.
And that's what I love is when the match
I love that too.
I hate when the time runs out. I hate when it comes down to the last characters. Yeah. It's either I'm going to beat you quickly or you're going to beat me quickly.
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
Let's get it over with. Let's get on to the next
match. And that's how I play.
Yeah. Like, come on. Stop wasting my time here.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Chris Matrix. The reset scenarios, he calls them the tornado.
The tornado?
Because when Magneto mixes you up, right? When he hits his resets, they call that the vortex.
The vortex, right?
Yeah. So with Sentinel in the air, they call it the tornado. Twister.
That's so good.
So I'm working on Matrix. So now, guess what, dude? Now you got to deal with MSS and Matrix. It took me fucking 15 years to develop a secondary team, a pocket team.
Yeah.
Which actually now, at the time I enjoyed playing it more than MSS, and I was actually more successful.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you were really having fun with that team. And
it's great.
And all the options that you get off of it, all the the scenarios and the frame advantage. You were doing fucking dude. You know what
great,
what I hate when you would hit me with was after Cyclops would do his gene splice and then you would set up an unblockable because of the height. I was like, you fucking sneaky.
Dude, it's all fair. It's in the game.
I was like, oh, of course you got that.
Fantastic. I will say this. I was struggling against Santhrax with this team when I first started playing.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a very difficult matchup because I didn't know how to counter call as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little bit better at it now.
Yeah.
But back then I fucking struggled because Commando is a solid pillar.
Yeah.
That hits all the way up to the ceiling. And Cyclops, well, he only has so much range.
Right.
So I really struggled with that. But now I'm okay. Against Cable, I still struggle with this team.
Yeah, I could see that.
I need Magneto.
Yeah.
But that's, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
2021 comes around. Once again, there's no Evo. There aren't any tournaments. No sessions. For me, 2021 was kind of a blur. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in my life as far as work goes, personal life. Work is becoming a little bit more hectic, so I can't really focus on the game too much.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with COVID-19 and dealing with the public and shit like that. So I don't really remember what happened 2021. The only thing that I did work on was the YouTube channel. I finally got the YouTube channel up and running.
Yes.
So it took me a very long time, but I figured out how to download Null DC on the laptop. So for my listeners, now Marvel 2, you can download it onto your PC, to your laptop, and you can actually play the game on the computer using an emulator.
Yep.
And I was like, where the hell has this been all my life? Now I don't need a Dreamcast if I want to record something.
Right.
There's software that you can download that you can that you can use to record your own footage, and that's exactly what I did. I belted out hundreds of videos in the span of what? Like in a year, I belted out over 100 videos.
Yeah.
I was just having the time of my life, just uploading a combo, doing a little bit of a
little bit of editing,
thumbnail, a little bit of editing, adding music or whatever.
Yeah.
And what else was I supposed to do? Might as well get back to doing what I used to love doing, and that's making content. So the YouTube channel kicked off. I'm learning how to adjust the sound and the video and all that. There's still stuff that I got to figure out.
Of course.
But the content is looking good, man. Reflies are coming out. I'm doing Magneto air to ground. Everybody's like, what? Who is this guy? How does he do that, man?
I was hype, man. The air to ground stuff was sick.
Yeah, and Null DC, the software itself, is on the rise. We were used to playing on Xbox Live and PSN.
Right.
And now
I stopped playing.
Now Fightcade is what's hot.
Yeah, I'm on Fightcade. I mean, granted, like they broke it.
What do you mean?
With one of the last few iterations of Fightcade when it got updated, it broke Marvel 2 in the sense where like every now and then, like the match will just freeze up.
Oh, really?
And you have to restart Fightcade again and just go into it again.
That's terrible.
And it sucks because like we really had actually a damn good port, up until that point. But yeah, I don't know if there's a way for us to revert the version of Fightcade, because like I said, it really just broke Marvel 2, unfortunately, and they haven't patched it since. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I mean, it's still a really good source, guys, for like getting better at the game. There's a slew of players, anywhere from just barely starting the game to obviously really good veteran players there. But it's a great place to learn. Like if you guys really want to like dig in and truly get better at the game, go and get Fightcade and download Marvel 2 on there. There's 2 versions. There's going to be a Dreamcast version, and there's going to be a Naomi version. The Dreamcast version will have training mode on there, so you guys can practice your stuff, your tech, your combos, and mess around with team compositions. I do try to help players as much as I can. But
for those of you listening, the Naomi port is the equivalent to the arcade version.
Correct.
So you can and they both have their differences in terms of slowdown in certain aspects. It's not that much, but you can still kind of tell the difference.
Right.
There is a little bit of controversy with Fightcade, and that's the replay option that it has. If I'm not mistaken, you can have your replays, your match replays saved, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the controversial part is there are a bunch of YouTube channels out there that will take footage from popular players like Justin Wong, Thrilla, Lockdown, and because they're public, they're able to upload them onto their YouTube and say, hey guys, look, this is Casuals featuring Justin Wong. And they capitalize on the name so they can get the views and in that sense gain monetary.
Yeah, get paid out for that.
So that was a hot topic. People were trying to fight that, saying, hey man, this is my footage.
Take it down.
These are my matches.
Yeah.
And the counter argument is, well, do you own the content that you're playing on? Did you make up Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Did you make up the likeness? And the answer is no.
I think these people are leeches, man.
Yeah, very very murky, uncharted waters.
Yeah, like if you're gonna post it up, fine. But if a player like asks you respectfully, like, hey, can you just take down my stuff? Like just respect that, man.
You can always do that, yeah.
Like if you're good enough to, okay, first of all, my argument would be, sorry. First of all, if you're good enough to fucking make your own content, you would then, right? Stop using other people's content, like, and trying to capitalize off it. Just, that's really what it is.
It's kind of like
you want your $5?
It's kind of like being in a public setting and somebody's recording you, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do. I'm a fan of First Amendment audits. And
Yeah.
this is kind of deviating away from Marvel 2, but
Right.
if somebody's recording you in public, there's nothing you can do about it. But you can ask them, hey, I don't like being recorded. Would you mind not recording me?
Yeah.
It's up to that person's discretion if they want to say, oh, yeah, you know what, man, you asked me, I won't record you.
Yeah.
Or they could be assholes and say, hey, this is my right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it, which is factual.
No, that's true.
That's
true.
That's just the world that we live in. So it's very frowned upon, these people ripping footage. When I get Thrilla on here, we're going to talk about that because he's actually gotten into it very heavily.
I know.
Brett Romnito from New York, he's also been the victim of this.
Yeah.
So it's more common than you guys think of footage being ripped. It's happened to me years ago, and I had the footage taken down.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a hot topic.
Yep.
That being said, the only other highlight that I can think of for 2021 was Roundhouse versus Justin Wong. And I can't believe it's already been that long.
I feel like
it happened September of 2021. And
wow.
Roundhouse was on a tear, dude. Remember, between 2020 and 2021, he had leveled up a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Regardless if you want to believe it or not. And he got his opportunity to test himself against the best in the business, right?
Yeah.
Which was Justin Wong, and see if he could add that name to his hat. And unfortunately, he couldn't get it done. It was a very hype set.
It was.
I think they smashed
the
viewership records for anything that was Marvel 2 in that time, and it was very successful. Justin showed up, he collected his money, and he fucking dipped. And that's pretty much all you can say, man. Roundhouse went back. He didn't hang his head low. He came back. He still picked up on streams and stuff like that. He did his thing.
He didn't slow down.
Yeah, he didn't slow down at all. 2022, the YouTube channel now, I made partner. I hit all the fucking criteria, dude. I hit my viewers. I hit my hours, subscribers, no copyright strikes. Everything is looking good.
Yep.
The money is now coming in. And once again, it's an incentive for me to stay interested in the game. Because after going back to Combobreaker, I was always thinking, dude, how am I going to fucking top this? Evo, winning the High Rollers tournament, how am I going to top this? Now I'm making money using YouTube. that's the only thing that's keeping me interested.
Yeah.
Is thinking of a combo, and I'm already running out of ideas. I mean, there's only so many times that I can do Sentinel refly in the corner. It's resets with Magneto using Sentinel launcher assist. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's only so much that you can put out before I feel it becomes saturated.
Yeah.
And I hope that doesn't happen with this podcast. I hope that we continue to...
No, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I hope that we continue to keep you guys captivated and at least give you something to listen to while you're on your way to work or on lunch or whatever the case is, because it's all about Marvel 2.
Yeah.
That's the main focus.
And it's for the viewers. So, like, as always, you guys know that we always take suggestions and stuff and we read the comments. So if you guys have topics or, players that we want to bring on, just feel free to leave a comment and just let us know.
Absolutely. So it's a new avenue. YouTube, now that I made partner, it's a new avenue for maintaining interest in the game. Yeah. I'm still pumping out content, and we get this great idea. Say, hey, you know what? We've done the videos. We've done the sets. I've uploaded some Twitch replays. Why don't we do a podcast? And a little bit more than a year ago, the Chaos Theory podcast was born, dude. Yes. And I feel like it was a great idea, and we're still taking the ball and running with it. So we're doing that. That's also keeping me interested. Chris Matrix hits me up. This is around March of last year, 2022. He says, hey, this spot, Next Level, over here in New York.
That's right.
We're going to have a tournament.
Yeah.
And I want to see if you want to come out.
Yeah.
So it had been a while.
Since
I say, yeah, man, let's fucking do this thing. I haven't competed in anything that's in person. I mean, COVID-19 is still there, but it's slowly, unraveling.
We're slowly getting back to like normalcy, around.
And this event was being held in April. Before that, I'm trying to get back to my killer mentality, because it had been such a long time that I stopped being a competitor. I took off the competitor hat and I put on the content creator hat.
Yeah.
And right. Now he's inviting me to go out there, compete in a tournament. So I was thinking, how do I get back to that place? And I struggled, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking struggled to find that killer instinct, no pun intended. I thought maybe customizing my stick would help. So I went to focusattack.com. Great website, guys.
Oh, yeah.
In case you guys need anything.
For arcade parts, yep.
Any parts. I bought gold chrome Sanwa buttons. And they look fantastic, right? First of all, they look fucking great. I had this idea for a fight stick. I wanted it to be gold plated, and then every button a different color, and it was going to be the gauntlet. The Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet with the Infinity Stones.
That's actually pretty good.
And it just never came to fruition, right?
Yeah.
So I showed it off, man. The stick looked phenomenal. I showed it off saying that this was going to be my instrument of destruction for Next Level. And even though I said that, I didn't really believe it. Because, once again, it had been so long since I fucking competed.
Yeah. You're still looking for that, like...
I'm looking for something to, like, set off the... Ignite the flame.
Yeah.
So the fire that was in me back in 2019, where is it? Like, what is my deal? What is going on?
Right.
And I did a lot of soul searching around that time. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
The time comes, it's time to fly out. I get to Next Level. And I see all of these New York guys that were both, familiar and unfamiliar. Guys that I had seen online on the Facebook 2 group, but I had never met in person.
Yeah.
Like J Mike, Kest. They said, what's up? Like, everybody was cool. Everybody welcoming. No hostility. Just, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, nice to finally meet you. We start the tournament. Actually, no. We didn't start the tournament. I ran sets with Sanford. Chris Matrix said, hey, I want to see your Matrix versus his MSS. First to 7. And Sanford hates Magneto, right? And he's very vocal.
Yeah.
And he's always saying, "Oh, Magneto lets you do this, and I don't know why I can't do this after this." And he's shout out to Sanford.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kelsey.
But we did it first to 7, and I beat him 7-4.
Uh-huh.
I remember, beat him 7-4. Josh comes on, and we do multiple sets, and I'm beating him also. When I'm playing Josh, I start feeling like
Which Josh are we talking about?
360.
Okay.
I feel like something is a little off with my stick.
Yeah.
If you go back and you look at the footage, you'll see that my reflies are coming out, and then there's a part where like my dashes aren't as consistent.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of input drops. But whatever. I thought maybe, I'm just fucking rusty. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is. Once the tournament kicks off, I find out that there's a guy. Well, actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. The day that we got there, we had a small session at our Airbnb. It was me, CYF, Robzilla.
Oh, Rob was out there?
Robzilla, yeah. And they bring this guy named Justin Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard of him before. I guess they used to call him Justin Pong back in the day.
That's a terrible name.
Yeah, I have no idea. A Thrax player.
Yeah.
And
I feel like very reminiscent of like how Abs plays.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like an Abs carbon copy.
Yeah.
Except he's Puerto Rican, I think.
Yeah.
So we play, and I'm picking Team Matrix, and he beats me in a 1-5.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that's like, all right, well, let's run it back. He gets up. He's like, no, man, I need to take a break after this one, right? He goes outside. He goes outside to have a smoke. And I guess Fuji's rolling up. And I guess he told Fuji, I didn't find out about this until later. He said he told Fuji, yo, I thought you said this guy was nice.
Oh, man.
And, it's one of those things you got to take the L, right?
Yeah.
It's casuals. There's no money involved, whatever. But for some people, it's there's a goalpost. It's 5 wins. That's what we're playing for.
Yeah.
5 wins.
Yeah.
So he beat me that set. I don't think we played again after that. That night, anyway. The day of the tournament, I run into Josh 360. It's 2 out of 3. He beats me 2-1. I'm sent to losers.
Right. And granted, Josh was playing very well. Josh was playing really good this tourney. I mean, like comparing it to like how he was at Combobreaker, like he looked a lot better in this tourney. In my opinion.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
He was on it.
So I'm watching from the sidelines. Justin Salvador, just amazing. He plays Sanford. He picks MSP against Sanford.
Oh, wow.
And he beats him. He beats Sanford. And afterwards, there was a little pop off or whatnot. Sanford said something about you only won because of Magneto.
Oh.
And Just Amazing said, hey, man, a win's a win. A win's a win. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
And emotions were high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in that setting where we're being competitive.
Yeah, it's just the competitor comes out of you. So yeah.
So I work my way up the losers bracket, and I face Just Amazing, and he beats me 2-1. I think. I don't know.
I think it's 1-3.
But dude, my stick was done. Nothing was coming out. I was fucking up on everything. And he took the win. And dude, the crowd went fucking nuts.
But yeah.
Bananas.
Because it's their, it's their hometown.
Yeah, it's me, a big name.
Taking out the West Coast guy.
Yeah, taking out the only West Coast guy that went out there.
Mm-hmm,
and they got the W. Josh 360 ends up winning the tournament. I think I got 4th place or 3rd or something like that.
Yeah.
But to me, it felt like last place.
Yeah.
Like I had been out of the game for so long competitively that I forgot how to find that fire.
Yeah. Or turn it on when you need to.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Like I wasn't present,
Yeah.
at the tournament. We go back to we grab some food. We go back to the Airbnb. We have this big ass crack house session,
Salty
right?
sweet.
So I want to play Justin again. We do a first to 5.
Yeah.
And I beat him 5-0. This time I'm using Tree Fitty stick.
I was gonna ask you. Okay.
I said my stick is fucking done, dude.
You're not using that anymore.
I'm done.
Yeah.
The buttons were just awful. I used Tree Fitty stick and I beat this guy 5-0. I'm content. I'm like, all right, all is right. All is right in the world.
As all things should be.
Yeah, nice and balanced. So this is where everything gets fucked up.
Okay, but what does he say when you beat him 5-0?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just all right.
Just hanging around. No, he just he gets up.
The Beetlejuice.
Nothing.
Nothing. Just hanging around.
He gets up and he goes to a different station. I don't play him again for the rest of the weekend. I give him his props though. I said, "Hey, dude, you got the win." I said, "You got the win. You did your thing." I said, "A lot of people are going to be coming after you from the West Coast now." Andy Doom wants to play him. Roundhouse wanted to play him.
Yep.
Like he's
dude, Roundhouse versus him would be a good.
Yeah, one. That's the name, right? That's the name to look out for. I told him. I said, "Good shit. All the props in the world."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a working stick and I beat him 5-0.
Yeah.
We're right where we need to be.
What team were you using now? At the time, like
MSS.
Okay, you're using MSS. Okay.
MSS, yeah. And I'm playing casuals. My phone falls off the chair, and it lands on just amazing stick, like it hits the corner, and it cracks.
Oh,
the screen gets cracked. You know how when you're texting and the keyboard comes out?
Yeah.
Okay, so that part from the top to the bottom was invisible. Wow. So it still responded to touch, but I'd have to use the stylus. So I couldn't text with my fingers. I had to pull out the stylus every single time and guess where every letter was.
Where the letter was, because you can't see a keyboard anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to fucking call Verizon, to file a claim. And while this is happening, the guys are doing a round robin. Winner stays on. Just Amazing wins the round robin.
Yeah, he was just on it.
He was on it. He's on it. So I'm sitting down. I'm not even thinking about the game. Like when it was my turn, I had my buds on and I was on the phone with customer service. So I'm like trying to play.
Let me get my phone.
Getting my ass whooped. Yeah, it's a Galaxy Ultra 20 S22 Ultra. Hold on 1 second. Hypergrav.
Magnetic tempest.
But Justin, that was his weekend, dude.
Yeah.
Even though Josh 360 won that tournament, that was Justin's. Like he was the highlight of the weekend.
Yeah.
Beat Sanford, beat me, won the round robin.
Yeah.
For the salty sweet.
Yeah.
So it was kind of disappointing that I didn't see anything come out of that from him after that. Like I expected him to go to Evo or travel, but that's just, it wasn't in the cards. I come back and dude, there's all this criticism about my performance. My defense needs work. Like all of these things, right? That are coming out.
I could see that.
And I'm thinking, fuck, bro. Am I done? Like, am I washed up? I don't know. There's a lot that you have to, it's a long plane ride home, dude, after something like that.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm still working on the YouTube channel. We're still putting out podcast episodes,
Yeah.
And then it's time for Evo. And Evo for me, or any tournament setting, it's distracting when I have people who are also there, like my wife, like if she's there, or if I have friends who are there who aren't part of the community but are just there because they're traveling with us or whatever,
right?
Or they meet us there, or whatever. It's distracting. I had a buddy of mine that went to Evo 2019 and he was in the back like yelling shit. And I had to tell him, hey, dude, knock it off, bro. Like, knock it off. You're not helping. You don't even know what's going on the screen, right? Do you know how to do an infinite, huh? Yeah. So I remember being in the ballroom and thinking, fuck, dude, I can't concentrate. Because I'm getting these messages like, hey, what time is it over? Hey, are we gonna eat? Hey,
Gonna eat?
almost done. You know, and
Can you
it's
hurry up, please.
I take care of it. And it's fucking distracting, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that it's like you want to call it an excuse, right?
Right.
But there are, just like you having a money match and having people yelling in your ear, like Daryl World Match you yelling in your ear, it's a factor.
Yeah,
Like
it
can affect your mental state,
Absolutely.
which in turn affects how you perform, right?
Yep.
So I'm in this tournament and I'm still reeling off of the next level tournament. I'm thinking, fuck, dude. Everybody is seeing that I'm human. I'm beatable.
Right.
The gods do bleed.
You're not the 2019
It's not me anymore,
Combobreaker
dude. Yeah, I'm a shell. I'm a shell of my former self.
Yeah.
And I make it all the way up to grand finals, and I lose to Pasadena. We already know that.
That's right.
Pasadena beats me clean. Was it a clean sweep?
I don't know if it was a clean sweep,
No,
but
I think I won one game.
Yeah.
And then he reset the bracket.
Yeah.
No. Who sent me to losers that tournament? Was I in losers?
Didn't Pasadena actually
Or Pasadena was
the one that sent you to losers?
Yeah.
And he ends up being in grand finals because he beat her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I faced him in winners finals, and then I had to work my way up.
Yeah.
I waited to play Jay.
Yeah.
Jay in losers finals. Yeah.
Reaper.
So Pasadena beats me convincingly, and that's 2 tournaments in a row, bro.
Yeah.
2 tournaments in a row where I have to look back and think, fuck. That's it, dude. The fire is out. I am no longer the berserker.
Yeah.
I'm just regular Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo Chaos. Burst Kinetics. You know, the happy trolley. Fucking Marvel's Capcom 2 player. It's a lot to take in, dude. When you're used to being at the top for years. You know? Years. Post Evo area, I fucking carried this game on my back. I was the guy.
That's true.
I was the top guy. You know? Head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah.
My show.
Yep.
Shout outs to Roman Reigns. And now that I'm not placing consistently, where do we go from here? Just like every other big ass loss against Justin Wong, when I lost to West for the first time, it made me think, fuck, dude, should I just hang it up now?
Yeah, these are the trials and tribulations that make you, man. And it was a lot for you to, I'm sure, to digest and reflect on.
I did my best to move past it. And of course, Pasadena deserved that win. He showed up prepared and I wasn't. And that's just end of story.
Yep.
There's nothing else that I can do except to move forward. I feel like personally I excel in long sets. If it's a first to 10, first to 15, you can bet on me all day. That's where I thrive because I
love long sets.
I adjust to you, not to your team, not to your characters. I adjust to you.
Exactly, bro.
It's almost like choreography. You lead and I'll follow, and then I'll follow afterwards, and I'll find the opening.
Yeah. No,
2 out of 3 for me is not enough.
Yeah, it doesn't give it. Okay, so the thing about 2 out of 3 for me is like it doesn't give me enough information on you. We almost have to like. I mean, it's not necessarily a coin toss because it does come down to like player skill and you know how hot they are.
Well, the counter argument is, how would you explain Justin Wong placing high so many years?
Right.
In a 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 setting.
Right.
So the counter argument is there that there are exceptions to the rule, right?
Right.
Me personally, it takes longer for me. Even I would take a 3 out of 5 all day because you have at least one match to burn to get used to what your opponent does.
Yeah. I think okay, but here's my argument to that is this is just my 2 cents, guys. Like, I think the reason why Justin's like so successful too is because of his play style. He does not play how you play. You're putting yourself at risk a lot more rushing down. He plays much more safe. He dictates the flow, he dictates the situation, and he capitalizes on your mistakes. He waits for it. You're going in there balls to the wall and trying to make an opening, hoping that you'll land a hit. Because if you don't, things are going to start coming downhill real quick. He doesn't play like that though. He's not going to rush you down and be in your face. He's waiting for you to make a mistake. He'll be very patient, wait for that opening, capitalize, and then holds the lead.
The exception to the rule, like I said.
Yeah. So, go ahead, man.
And so that's why I say in a long set, I like my odds a lot better than short sets. And I feel like it's all subjective now, right? It's what do you value more? Do you value a first to 10 victory over somebody? Or do you value a fucking 32-man tournament? 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 grand finals.
Yeah, true.
It just depends. It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, how you grade that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Personally, I value long sets more than short sets.
Yeah, and I could see the argument for both.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, nothing else happened 2022. Next Level happened, Evo happened, and then everything just kind of came to a standstill. We were back to watching the streams. Same old shit, dude. Andy versus Roundhouse, first to 10. And Roundhouse versus Ryder, first to 10. Thrilla started to become more active. He moved locations. He started opening up his household to have sessions.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Thrilla for all of the investing that he did for his streaming equipment.
And for his hospitality that he always extends his hand out.
Great dude.
Absolutely.
Great hospitality. Shout outs to him. Pasadena started streaming more often. He kind of stopped for a little bit and then he started picking things up again. And that's all we can really do, man. With, we're older, different priorities. We can't really burn the midnight oil as much anymore as we used to.
Yeah.
With these impromptu sessions. Fight Kingdom. All right. Fight Kingdom just happened a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. We kind of touched up on it last podcast. I was not planning to go to any tournament. I was even deciding on whether or not I was going to go to Evo this year.
Right.
Because nobody's really talked about it. There hasn't really been anything set in stone. Last year, it kind of gave me a sour taste because they took away our main stage time.
Right.
We were supposed to have time for the main stage and said they cut us out saying that there wasn't enough time. So that kind of killed it for me. Thrilla convinced me to go to Fight Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I used a fake name, Creationscapes. And this Creationscapes guy is one of the most hated guys in the Xbox Live community. Like, everybody hates this guy. And I thought that if I put my name as that, people would think, oh my God, we're finally going to get to see who this guy is.
Who this guy is in person. There's a couple
I'm stuck.
A couple of scumbags on like fucking PSN and Xbox Live, but I digress.
So my mentality for this is now I'm thinking back to Next Level from last year, or the year before, and I'm thinking, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to travel to Washington. You know what, dude? I'm just going to have a good time, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I get a message from Magnus, Chris Vasquez, my old mentor.
Yeah, shout outs to Chris, man. I played a couple sets with him. So he's a great guy, man.
Dude, he's everything I aspire to be.
He's
as a person,
yeah,
as a
great human being.
Yeah, as a human, he's fucking amazing.
And I'm biased because he's also a Fiend player. So that means if you pick that team, you're a good guy in my book.
He sends me a message. Let me read you what he said.
Yeah.
Because I had made a post saying that I was going to go to Fight Kingdom. And he said, and this is all it took. Because mind you, what I had been struggling with was finding a way to harness the fire.
Again.
And he said, hey, I don't see you in the brackets at all for Fight Kingdom. And I said, yeah, I signed up under a different name as a gag. He said, oh, okay. He says, good luck, dude. Don't hold back. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was about that specifically, but it triggered like a wave of emotions. And I responded and I said, you know what? It has been a long time since I released. It's gonna sound corny as fuck, but I released the full power reserves.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so relaxed with the game.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have casuals, great. We'll play whatever. We'll knock back a few beers. It's kind of what Joe Zaza was saying during his episode about how it's almost detrimental if you bring alcohol into the mix while you're trying to stay competitive.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it made me realize, you know what? It's like I have been holding back.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. I can see that.
With these tournaments, with matchups, with, I don't know, being too buddy with the competition. And I told him, hey, you know what? Thank you. This is exactly
what I needed.
What I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And I had a plan. The plan was to use Spider-Man the whole way because I was getting so bored with the game that I started messing around with Spider-Man, the character.
Well, first of all, you were messing around with Strider, Spider-Man, Akuma.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is where it kind of like really leveled up your Spidey. You were starting to explore new setups with them. But anyway, I don't know how you got into putting him on an anchor.
I've always loved the character. I used him as an anchor, and because it's so unorthodox.
I hate your maximum spider shit that you do. You'll fucking get out of things.
It's almost akin to Storm's modified air dash. When I first started bringing that into light, people didn't know how to fight against that or defend it. And I almost see myself now as a real life patch for Marvel 2. Is when you think you have everything figured out, I'll introduce something new, and now it's, oh shit, now I got to get used to this. And people didn't know how to fight against Spider-Man. Even with him on point, with Storm behind him or Sentinel drones.
Yeah.
Like, how do I fight this guy? First of all, he's small as fuck.
Yeah, his hitbox is very small, so a lot of the setups that they're used to running on just normal characters, it completely whiffs.
Exactly. Yeah. So the pros are his size, the double action that he can do. He can normal jump and hit short, wait, and then short again. Not a lot of characters can do that, so he can maintain a constant flow of pressure if he has a good assist behind him, like Doom or Sentinel drones, as you already know. And his combo potential, his launch has great, amazing range. So he does have a lot of pros. The cons, his damage output is very small.
He has really low health.
Really low health.
He bleeds, man.
Yeah, and he can get unblockable very easily by Sentinel.
Right.
Another pro is that his assist is not too bad. It's not invincible.
It's not.
His anti-air is not invincible, but if it hits hard, almost like a rocket punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a way to make this work. And I told Daryl, World Match You, because we were traveling together alongside with Thrilla. I said, you know what, man? I'm just going to go out there. We're going to have a good time. I just want to chill with you guys. If I win, great. If I don't, whatever. I'm still thinking about what Magnus had said. He said, don't hold back. And when I get there, it's almost like everything just slowly came back.
Yeah.
In terms of the competitive side. I ran a first to 10 with Lazy Reaper, Jay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay he streamed the whole fucking weekend,
yeah,
providing countless hours of content. If you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and
subscribe.
Visit his YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the comments so you guys can check it out. And I beat him 10-9. He ran Santhrax the whole way. And Jay's no pushover. You know,
no, he is not.
That guy's a fucking powerhouse now.
Yeah.
And I felt,
man, it just fucking takes me back because, man, I used to run sets with him on PSN, and we used to kind of like trade tech. And I mean, he's a great guy, man. It's just so cool to see him like rise up and be the powerhouse that he is now. So
I thought, damn, dude, we're off to a good start.
Yeah,
I won against G-Con, first 10. I beat Josh 360. I won all of my sets with Spider-Man on the team. It's tournament time. And the format is 2 out of 3, dude. My fucking favorite, right?
Oh,
2 out of 3 wins. My first opponent is Tony K from Chicago. Great guy.
Thrax
super
player.
humble Thrax player, yeah. I beat him 2-0. My next opponent is VDO. And playing against VDO, it's almost like rolling the dice.
Yeah.
You're either going to do really good, or he's going to fucking land all of his sequences and take your ass out immediately.
Right.
I lose the first match. And I'm thinking, oh my God. I'm at a crossroads here. What do? Do I pick Spider-Man or do I go to MSS? And I thought, fuck it, dude. I picked Spider-Man again and I win 2 in a row. So VDO's losers bracket. Next opponent is G-Con. Okay, now this is the real test right here because he picked MSP.
Right.
On paper, MSP is supposed to beat this team. Psylocke takes priority over Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Most solaces.
Yeah. I beat him. I'm not sure if I beat him the first match, but I ended up winning 2-1. I ended up getting a snap. The third match, I ended up snapping out his Magneto, and his Psylocke stayed in. I just launched.
Yep.
Launched her straight to death. And then just took care of business with the other 2 characters. And that was the end of day 1.
Yeah.
That was the end of day 1.
That was that victory was meant a lot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is not just any MSP player.
No, not at all. G-Con is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he is. Really is.
And, you know, we're not done. We're not done yet. I'm thinking, okay, 3 opponents down. I probably have 1 more match before winners finals. But no, my winners finals match was against Thrilla. Right? No. I had one. I faced Thrilla the second day.
Yeah.
And I beat him 2-0. And then winners finals was against Lockdown.
That's right. Shoutouts to Lock.
Shoutouts to Lock. And now Lockdown was on a fucking tear that weekend. I don't know how much Adderall he took. I'm just kidding now. But dude, he was hitting everything. His trap sequences were on point.
His blocks were on point.
Yeah. Sentinel was looking great. He was evading Magneto, evading Storm.
Yeah, he's got
doing
really
a great fucking job. Like,
yeah.
He was on a mission to win this tournament.
Yeah, you can see he came in prepared. He came in sharp.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I went back and I watched the footage, and I'm still off, man. Like, my Magneto is still. I compare everything now to 2019.
Right.
And I'm not even close. I'm not even close to what I was back then as far as execution, awareness. And there were a lot of chances where I could have lost had he taken advantage and built some momentum.
Yeah.
But I ended up pulling the win. And now I take one sigh of relief. Okay, we're in grand finals. We're back to where we need to be. It's not 4th place. It's not 3rd place. At worst, I'm going to end up with 2nd place. And you know what? That's okay, because I came out here to spend time with my boys, have a good time. This is just a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
Right? Lockdown powers his way up to grand finals again. He makes it past.
Knocking at the door again.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. And this time he resets the bracket. He beats me 3-1. It's first of 3 now for grand finals. He beats me 3-1, and I'm thinking, oh, man. Once again, what do? Do I
go to MSS?
Go to MSS? Go to Team Matrix? I said, fuck it, dude. I've come this far. We're going to go back to Spider-Man.
That's really ballsy.
Yeah. There was this one match where I did an alpha counter into Spider-Man. Spider Sting cancel into Maximum Spider. Oh, that felt so fucking good.
Yeah.
And everybody's going crazy. Like, Spider-Man, really? Like, Spider-Man in grand finals?
Yeah. Yeah, the alpha counter to Maximum Spider, dude, that shit hurts.
It does, yeah. It fucking does. I ended up taking the tournament. So, I won. The Fight Kingdom, I'm on the stage. And I get up and I get this feeling of like, you can see me do this with my hands, almost like I'm looking down at them. I tilt my head back and I'm just throwing my hands up like, yes, feed me this energy. Feed me your energy.
Yeah.
To the crowd. And everybody's clapping and shit like that. And I'm just, everything is the way that it's supposed to be. That's me as a competitor, right?
Yeah.
I'm the best. I'm back. I did it with SPIDERMAN on the team. Not that he did all the work, right? He did put in some work.
No, he did put in work.
He did put in some work.
Yeah.
And
otherwise, you wouldn't have ever gotten that far.
Yeah. And everything is the way that it's supposed to be. Good shit. Sorry, lockdown. I felt bad.
I felt like that was his tournament.
This was his tournament,
Yeah.
and I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to enter. Had I not entered, he probably would have taken the whole thing. That's just the reality of it.
Yep.
We do the award ceremony. We get our trophies. I get my medal. Like, it's really a full circle experience where I thought, damn. Mind you, this tournament had Pasadena. It was stacked. Pasadena.
It actually was stacked.
Thrilla, World, Lockdown.
And mind you, Thrilla had just won.
He had just won Texas Showdown. Yeah.
So he's the champion coming from Texas Showdown.
Yeah.
Coming to this tournament, and yeah, there was a lot of killers in this one.
Absolutely.
Surprisingly, dude, it was a
G-Con, Josh 360.
Yeah, that was very surprising too. That I saw G-Con and Josh come out.
Dude, fucking incredible. Yeah. Incredible.
I can't believe it.
The only other thing that made it even better than winning the tournament was the fact that we got to relax and chop it up with everybody from the East Coast, Josh and G-Con. Beefs were squashed, between some of the guys. And, dude, we were tossing back drinks, having reminiscing about the old days, talking about what's next. It was really great. It was really great to see everybody mingle and not just see cliques. Like, where usually the West Coast guys stick to themselves.
Yeah.
East Coast guys hang out amongst themselves. Everybody was just mingling and laughing and
just having a good time, man.
Dude, it almost made me sad, bro. It made me sad because it's like these days are fleeting.
Yeah.
And it's strange to not strange. It's kind of surreal to realize that we're talking about these old days, but we're still living in the now, and the community is still thriving, and we're still playing. You know what I mean?
Right. And we're talking about it almost as if it went away.
Yeah.
But it's clearly still here and still.
Fight Kingdom just happened, and I'm already like, damn, dude, take me back.
Yeah.
Take me back to hanging out with these guys and just creating memories, bro. That's what it's all about to me.
Yeah.
Everything else is fucking petty, dude. If you have a beef, if you have a squabble with somebody, just squash it, man, because this game is what brings the community together.
Yeah.
So Fight Kingdom is over. Now we're back to it, man. We're back home. Evo is coming up. Thrilla right now, he's in the Philippines as we speak. I'm not sure what the results were, but I'm sure that they're taking care of business out there. He went out there with Josh 360 and Rob Zilla, I believe.
Yes.
So that's an experience in itself, man. They wanted me to go out there too, but we're gonna have to put that on the back burner for now. That's a lot, too. That's a lot of PTO to take off.
Definitely.
God damn. So here we are, man. This is the end of the story, guys. I finally got you guys caught up on what happened all the way from 2005 to the present day. There's not much else I can fill you in on. All I can tell you is that the growth is evident. You can see it in my gameplay. You can see it in me as a person.
Yeah, that's something that I've definitely noted too, Ken. And just your growth as a person over the last few years. Like, you can see, like, your mindset has changed a lot of things and your perspective on things is just different. But it's good to see because I feel like you are maturing, and it even shows in your gameplay too. And then, like, I feel like your openness to the community. Maybe back then, like, when we were first, like, kind of starting off, we would keep our tech to ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think I was as approachable back then.
No.
And not just about tech, but as a person, because I felt like you're my competition.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to, like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah. Why do I need to talk to you?
Yeah, there's no need for us to talk. And now it's about being approachable, and that's how you're going to attract more people to the community.
Right.
The competitiveness is still there, but we're not trying to turn people away.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still that guy, though. If you disrespect me,
yes,
I'm still that guy that will let you know. I like to be transparent when it comes to that stuff, and that's just not in the game, but it's also in real life. If I don't like you, I'll let you know.
Yep. Same way.
And that's just how I am, bro. Don't take it personal. That's just how I'm programmed.
Yep.
Okay. I did want to give shout outs to Chaos World. I call it Chaos Worldwide. I've done the tally, and we are known in at least 15 countries around the world.
That's incredible.
Okay. At least 15 countries that know of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Chaos. And if they know about me, that means that they know about Justin Wong, they know about Yipes, they know about Sanford, they know about Chris Schmidt.
Josh,
so shout outs to, of course, players in the US, Canada, Mexico, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, Brazil, Germany, Philippines, Japan, New Zealand, Trinidad, believe it or not.
Trinidad.
Sweden, Finland, and France. They know about myself and they know about the game. So it's fucking incredible, dude, to think that we've reached this far into the world as far as this realm of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
This niche.
This bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It reaches all the way over there. At least one person in that country that's a fan of the game.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude, how grateful are we to live in this era? Technology, man. I keep saying it, bro. Technology
amazing,
has
man.
come a long ass way.
Yeah.
All right. Now, for this portion of the show, I always say the run back, right?
Right.
The run back. Who's the one match that I'd like to run it back with? My answer is still the same. There is nobody that I need to run it back with. Every single loss I've corrected. I've done it all, dude.
Yeah.
I've done it all in this game. I've beaten everyone in all eras, whether it's the golden era or they call it the filler arc. Everybody who is considered to be a top contender, I've beaten them all. Unless you're a fucking coward and you don't want to play me.
It's true.
And a lot of people can't say that. You know?
Yeah.
The people that still continue to grind in this game are still looking for that name to cross off the list. And for some people, I'm that name.
That's true.
Like I remember Abs. We were talking about Abs earlier, and he was gunning for me for a long ass time.
Really did.
There's not a lot of people that can say, "Hey, man, I need to play against this guy, and I need to cross him off the list." You know what I mean? In a long set or whatever the case is.
Right.
I appreciate that level of competition, but I also have to remind you who I am.
Right.
You know, if for anybody out there that wants to play me, let's run that shit. But I will remind you now that the fire is alive. The fire is back. And I hope to see you guys on the sticks. Anything else, brother?
No, man, just thank you again to everybody that's always tuning in, giving us great feedback. Anything that you guys want us to cover in the future, please just post it for us. As always, we'll have links for you guys in the description to plug other channels. It's always great to have a good podcast with you, bro. And we look forward to the next one. So
Hell yeah, brother. Love you. Shout out once again to Justin Wong for plugging the channel. We'll go ahead and put his link in the description. To everybody who continues to play and show up for this game. There's a couple of you guys, like Dave Thacker from Chicago. Shout outs to him for taking on the TO duties for Combobreaker. Right. He's the one that's running the bracket. So it's a thankless job, brother. And that shows true passion for the community.
Yeah.
Big thanks to him, to Thrilla, to Chris Matrix putting on that content for us. G-Con, Josh 360, all of my East Coast guys, all of my West Coast guys, my Chaos, Pasadena, Duck, everybody who came out for my birthday, which was last week. Happy belated to me.
Yes, sir.
And let's continue to make these memories, guys. Once again, take care of yourselves and stay mashing.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you on the next one.